wanted to share some of our favorite children's activity books. I don't think activity books are necessary for every child in every home. However, we have found that keeping a backpack with a bunch of just random activity books and activity things in it in the car is super helpful. We actually travel a lot. We go on a lot of road trips, and we have never used screens on our road trips. Not really because we're like screen-free purists, but just because it never really comes up. Even on our long 8-hour road trips to Oregon, we just find that our kids are entertained enough with the things that we have for them. So I thought it might be helpful to share the things that we love and the things that our kids love, in case you also are looking for activity books and activity things for your kids to do. I will say that all of the books I'm going to share are from the company Paper Pie. I really think they have the market cornered on activity books. They do a really good job, and so these are all from Paper Pie, and you will be able to find the link to all this stuff down below. It's actually going to be a link to our children's library, and if you just scroll down on the children's library, you'll find a whole section with activity books and activity things. So the first ones I love are these Wipe Clean books. If you go to the Paper Pie website and you just search Wipe Clean, you'll find like 20 different options. I just brought 4 up here, but there's Wipe Clean Little Letters, there's Wipe Clean First Pen Control. I particularly like this one because the kids love to just see all the dots. The kids just trace the lines, and it really helps them learn how to control their pens. There's Shapes and Patterns, and my kids really love the dot to dot one because, as you might imagine, they do dot to dots, and they're dot by number, and then they get to draw pictures. So these are awesome. I get a big pack of like skinny dry erase markers on Amazon, and then I always have dry erase markers with me, so I keep some in my backpack, I keep some in the house, I keep some in the car. I just kind of have some everywhere, so they can always do these books. This is not particularly an activity book, but it is kind of an activity book for little ones. So I love this Don't Tickle the Hippo series, or Don't Tickle the whatever series. I love it for little ones, like 12 to 20 months, before they can really do things with pens. You just touch the animals and they make all sorts of sounds. And then at the end of each book, there's a big dance party. So I love these books. How do I turn it off? I love these books, and I think they're great for the little ones to have something to do. And I don't mind them in the car. They're not like that annoying. Puzzles. Paper Pie has the best puzzles for kids. A couple things I love about them. First of all, the boxes. This is so silly, but the boxes are super sturdy. All of our boxes to things always get ruined, and these don't, because they're just like really heavy duty boxes. And then the pieces themselves are also very thick and sturdy, so they don't do that annoying thing where they bend at the seams or at the, like right here on the skinny parts and break. My 3-year-old and 4-year-old can do all of the 25-piece puzzles from Paper Pie on their own without any supervision or help, which I love. And then each puzzle also comes with a book. So like this is the color puzzle, and it comes with a big book of colors. And the kids love looking through this book, while doing the puzzle and after doing it as well. Paper Pie has puzzles all the way up to like 300 pieces, maybe even more than that. But my kids are in the 25-piece puzzle range. So I love this one. This is the colors puzzle. There's one that my kids do that's alphabet, and they love that one. It's like a big colorful alphabet. And this one is actually a 30-piecer, but it is Noah's Ark, and my kids love this one too, and they can also do this one independently. So it's just like one step up from the 25-piece puzzles. These are a couple books for a little bit older kids. I would say like maybe 6 and up. There's 100 Things to Do on a Car Trip and 100 Things to Do on a Plane. And I love these because they do take a little more engagement from mom and dad, especially if the kids are not yet excellent readers. But it's just a ton of things to do in the car. Activities, questions, games to play. And this would last you a long time on a car trip. So I have one of these for the car, and then I have 100 Things to Do on an airplane as well that I keep in our airplane bag. And when we fly, I can bust it out and just flip to a page and, ask the kids some questions, do some stuff with them. These are one of my very, very favorite activity books, these magic painting books. if you just search, again on Paper Pie, search Magic Painting Book, these are amazing. I can't speak highly enough about them. So you only use water, as you probably have guessed, and the paint automatically appears when you paint them with water. My kids love them. I think they've done this entire book. Oh, there's a couple blank ones. This one's obviously like a little bit more advanced, but there are some ones that younger kids can do as well with bigger lines and bigger pictures. But anyway, these are great. We bring these on every trip with us because all I need is a paintbrush. I don't have to bring paints. I just need a paintbrush and water. And so they can do these on the airplane. They can even do them in the car. I always have a clipboard with me, which is helpful. And anyway, I love them. There's a lot of different versions of these. So this one is on, what is this? I think this might just be the straight up Magic Painting Book. But there's one with like butterflies. There's one with gardens and tractors and dragons and dinosaurs and all of the things. Highly, highly recommend any of the Magic Painting books. These little stickers books are also awesome. This one is very well loved and very well used. But the stickers are actually reusable. Like the pages are kind of glossy, so you can pop the stickers off and put them on other pages. But each sticker page corresponds to a book page. So it's cool because I can say like, well, first of all, I can tear out the sticker page. Like this one belongs to the Rainforest River page. So I can tear it out, it's perforated, hand it to the kid, find the Rainforest River page. Let's find it. There it is, the Rainforest River page. Lay this on the table for them and they can take all the stickers off the sheet of paper, put them in the Rainforest River however they want to, and they just have a blast doing it. I mean, who doesn't love stickers? I wanted to show you a trick with stickers for your kids too. If you take any sticker page you have, just peel this part off. Let's see if I can do it for you successfully. Yep. Peel this part off and leave all the stickers on the page, and your children will magically be able to do all the stickers all by themselves because they don't have to like fight with their little fingers to get the stickers off of the backing. I guess that's what you would call this, right? Like the backing part. So just take this whole thing off before handing your kids a sticker page. And voila, they have stickers that don't have any backing on them, and all they have to do is bend the piece of paper and the stickers pop up. Is that not an amazing trick? Anyway, love the little sticker books. Again, there's tons of different versions of these. If you just search little stickers, you will find one that your children will love. This is not really an activity book, but it is for my little ones. It's a counting my numbers book, and it's great because instead of counting like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so like all around the page, they open each flap, and so they can remember what they've already counted. So like on this one, you actually open the flaps 1 and 2. And I typically don't read this to them. They just like to count. They can recognize the big number at the top of the page, and then they can lift the flaps and count whatever they're supposed to count. And this actually keeps them like pretty busy. I was surprised at how busy this keeps them. So I really like it. These are my favorite coloring books for kids just learning how to color. The little coloring book series, there's a ton of them again. But they just have really big drawings. Like the lines are big. It's easier for kids to stay in the lines because these lines are super thick and bold, and there aren't a bunch of like little tiny parts, So I love these. I also keep one of these in my backpack in my car, along with a pack of twist up crayons, so that we always have crayons and we always have a coloring book, and it's one that all my kids can do. This is not a book, obviously, but this might be our most used car/plane activity. It's a magnetic shapes board thing. So it's just a bunch of shapes and they're magnets, and my kids will play with this for a really long time. Like they fight over it. I don't know why it's so entertaining to them, but they love it, and I bet your kids will too. They can like do all sorts of things with these, like put the yellow square in the yellow square thing. And there's just all sorts of ways to use it. And my kids love this, so I would highly recommend getting one of these. I think you can get them on Amazon. This is actually gifted to us, and it's very well worn. But I think every mom should have one of these in their backpack in the car. Here's another really cool activity my kids love to do. This is from a website called Teachers Pay Teachers. You can, I think I paid like $7 for all these. They are logic puzzles, and I printed them out and laminated them. I do have a laminator. If you don't have a laminator, you need to get a laminator. And then I use little Velcro dots on the backs of this was kind of a project to put together, but now that's put together, it's great. And you obviously don't have to do the Velcro dots and lamination and stuff. But anyway, I cut them each out, laminated them. And then my kids can Velcro dot them to where they go. And you probably can't tell, but basically you're matching like big butterfly with big butterfly, big medium blue butterfly with medium blue circle, whatever. You're doing logic. And in the logic pack, there's also ones that are easier and harder. So there's like different levels. Here's an easy one, right? This one is just like four squares. So this activity will keep my kids busy for a long time. I actually don't bring this in the car, but this is one of those things that I have in the house, and I'll pull out like if I need them to do something while I'm making dinner or something. I can give them each a sheet and set them at the table, and they will do this while I make dinner in relative peace. Here's another great activity thing. These lace-up cards, you probably had them when you were a kid. I got these on Amazon. My kids, I would say like 4 years old is probably the right age for these, but you obviously know how to do them. You just lace the cards with the string, and I just keep them in a big Ziploc, and again, keep them in the backpack, in my backpack, in my car. The last thing I want to share with you is this magnetic drawing board. This might be my number one, I don't know, the magic painting book or this, I'm not sure. These things, you can tell they're very well loved. They come everywhere with us. Again, I keep them in the car. I actually keep these in the seat pockets, so my kids can just reach forward out of their car seats and pull it out, and they can do this in the car whenever they would like to. You probably all know what a magnetic drawing board is, but these things are the best, and I cannot recommend them highly enough. So I keep one of these for each of my kids in either my backpack or the back seats of the car. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. Again, if you go to the Paper Pie website and you search the general category of any of those books I shared, you'll find lots of different versions of them, and then the rest of the links to all of that stuff will be on my website under activities. There should be links to the magnetic drawing board and the magnetic shapes and lace-up cards and all that stuff.